morning, guys. How was your weekend? Welcome back. How is the music levels? Let me know in the chat. I had to do some adjusting this morning. They're good? Okay. Just want to make sure they're not too loud. Like I said, I can't hear the music on my end. I'm in a quiet room, so I never know. Market today. So pretty much what I'm going to be looking at, I'm really going to be watching ES at that 5250 level. I want to say if it holds as support, we're going to probably either slow grind or retrace a lot of the sell-off from the overnight. Probably on all the indexes. They seem to be moving in tandem once again. YM not as much downside as we've seen on NQ and ES. RTY is kind of sideways. I'm probably going to stay away from the Russell today. Just because I don't know what to expect. Market opens here in about 2 minutes. I got done dirty last night on the YM. Got bottom wicked out. What's up, Shoulderman? Welcome, brother. First live stream that you're tuning into? Okay, so ES, like I said, I'm going to be watching that 5250 area to see if it wants to hold its support. Rejections below. I'll be looking for the drop into 5200. NQ, for those of you that want to see my levels, I'm watching this 100 to 120 area. Pretty much a similar read as ES today. If we're holding above 120, I'm thinking longs back up into 240, 250-ish. Seems logical. There will be a little hold up here at like 190 is what I'm seeing. We kind of already rejected these lows to start, but we'll see what happens on the open. It's looking like we want to try and hold this area for now. So I'm thinking upside off the open. But yeah, that's my read for today. It's earnings week this week, so I'm kind of gonna be light on my feet. I don't know if I'm gonna hold for any big trades. But yeah, let's go try and make some money. Morning, Kev. Yeah, Shoulderman. That's pretty much how everybody here knows each other. Is just my trading plan days. The markets haven't been as kind lately as far as the trading plans go, but the levels still are good. Looks like we got that initial pop off the open. Let's see what happens if it comes back down into 120-ish. Kind of like this point of control here at 116. In fact, it's 116. Let's see what's going on the higher time frames. Yeah, 116 is this prior swing low here from April 16th. So last week's low, I guess. Was it last week's low? No, it's not last week's low. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, so that's prior week's low right there at 116. So we'll watch that area. It's looking like we're going to go up, though. Yeah, I was in the voice chat last night with Goose and Brian Trades and got done dirty on a glizzy print on the YM. Like literally bottom tick stop that would have passed that take profit account. Instead, I now need $500 still to pass that thing. This is the longest eval I've ever been in, guys. I remember when I started trading with Top Step, it was a 3-week process, so that was the longest one prior to this, obviously. But I've been in this one for over 3 weeks now. Morning, Cade. Albu, I can't do that. I have to take only glizzy trades on the account. That's the whole point of that account. On NQ, yeah, no. I haven't taken any trades on NQ on that account at all. It's all been the Russell and YM. Yeah, I'm kind of handcuffed as far as that's concerned. I don't. It has to be a glizzy print. Because that's the whole point of the series. I can't take any other trades. So I'll be if I do take a trade today, it'll be on my Top Step account if there's not a glizzy print. If you guys have not purchased the glizzy yet, there is a link in the description. I would definitely hop on board. The prices are not going to stay as low that long. So I would definitely consider purchasing it. It is a good indicator. Definitely keeps you out of a lot of trouble. Yeah, Albu, but when I'm live streaming, I can't have 20 charts up. You won't be able to see what's going on. It's already cluttered with the 4 indexes here. And in case you guys are wondering, all the indexes, which chart is which, is up here in these boxes. So like I got NQ, ES, YM, RTY. Quantower does have that whole like index stamp that goes behind the charts, but it's pretty distracting, so I didn't want to leave it up there. All right, the Russell and YM are selling off while NQ is not. ES looks like it's selling off too. I think this is the first time in a few weeks that I've not seen the correlation between all the indexes. These three are correlated right now, but NQ's kind of holding up. Ollie, what is that? What are these stickers that you guys have? Did Mason put those on? I didn't even know those were available. That's funny. I didn't even know those were there. All right, let's see what happens at 120 here. Yeah, Goose, the London Glizzy was a banger. I was sleeping, though. I was sleeping. I was a little frustrated by getting that that bottom tick stop out on the overnight glizzy. Yeah, YM did it in Q-tings to me. I am glad that Goose and Brian were able to catch that trade, though. At least somebody profited off of it. All right, we're below that 120. Morning, Chase. Chase, you're on the West Coast? Yeah, man, it's early your time, brother. It is early your time. All right, guys, I really don't have a level below here until 17,900. I'm thinking that's probably where we're heading at this point. I'll wait for a retest. Like, sweep these lows, come back up and retest that 120 area. If it just flushes out, I'm going to be left behind. Oh, nice, Mason. GG's. You're talking about the My Fun Futures account? Mason's been killing it lately. Taking the daily payouts with take profit. Now you got a My Fun Futures eval. Look out. Mason might be quitting his editing duties here soon with the money that he's making trading. Might be on my own. All right, let's see if we can get this reclaim here. What is Goose's momentum indicator saying? Yeah, the overnight low sweep did. It is kind of heavy. Let's see what we got going on the DOM here. It looks like there's interest down here at 18K, 17.8. Not a lot to the top side currently. If we get back above 120, I'll try the long. All right, it's trying to reject that 116-ish area. Prior week's lows. All right, we're back above it. Wow, there's a real battle here going on at prior week's lows. All right, guys, I'm short. I'm going to give it to like one. I'll give it to that prior week's low. Target down here at like 18,020. It's just really not getting that quick push below. All right, I'm going to go break even. I don't like how it's not flushing quickly. Kind of wanted to see it a little more aggressive. Yeah, I've got stopped out there. $20. Probably should have let it breathe, but I'm all right with that. Oh, of course. Of course. Make sure I didn't leave this order down here. Okay, yeah, I didn't. What's up, Nims? How was your weekend? I kind of think we're heading down to this 17,900 area. So, sorry, Kev. I know you don't want to hear that, but that's what it's looking like to me. The long for me won't be back until back above, holding above 120. Yeah, Savvy, there's just a lot going on here. You know, you got those prior week lows at what 116 on NQ. Obviously, buyers are going to try to hold close to that level. But with all the other indexes kind of falling off, I mean, ES is clearly below that 5250. I would imagine ES is going to hunt out 5200 today. I really don't have much in between those two levels on ES. YM, man. YM, I really have no idea with where it's at. Although we might get a glizzy print here if it can knife down really quick. Otherwise, we're going to lose any chance of a glizzy on all the indexes today. But we also need the momentum oscillator to get below, to be oversold in order to get a print as well. So I don't know if we're going to get there. This Keltner channel's widening rapidly. Morning, Martin. Market looks kind of normal. Yeah, it's earnings week, so I don't expect. Whoa. Somebody tell me, do they have X up? What just happened? Okay. All right, Goose. Thank you. I was like, I looked back at my charts and we were up 60 points. Yeah, who said it? Martin? Martin, we blame you. You had to go and say they look normal. Trump heard you. Yeah, Martin. It was your fault. Cade, were you at least long? All right. We're at my area that I would like to be executing if we do get the hold above. So I'll zoom in on the NQ chart here. We're not there just yet. Longs are tough in this market, though. I'm not going to lie. They are tough. Oh, good, Cade. And you didn't catch any crazy slippage? Yeah, Martin, that was pretty... I mean, the timeliness of that was remarkable. Guys, My Fun of Futures just sent out a promo, $82 a month for a 50K starter plan. Only for this week. So if you're interested, it's APR start. $82 a month is pretty good with no activation fee. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good. It's not as cheap as the 63 or whatever it was for that flash sale, but $82 a month is pretty good. So if you're interested in a new eval, I would look at My Fun and Futures right now. $82 a month all in. It is DX feed though, so keep that in mind. There is some differences between DX feed and how they calculate things end of day. So the Glizzy doesn't print the same as it does on the Rhythmic feed. Hey Kev, would you like to take your statement back about longs being easy? I mean, if you're long from 62, you profit, drawdown, profit, break even right now. It's a pretty nice hold below prior week's low, though. Like I said, I think we're heading down, probably down into this 17,900. Well, what I'm saying, Kev, is all this winning, quote unquote, quickly turned into losing currently. And probably about to take some serious heat. All right, I hope you're right, Kev. But us holding underneath prior week's low is pretty telling to me. You need to reclaim quickly back above this level. Otherwise, it's more downside, unfortunately. Yeah, Martin, I haven't really noticed drop off in volume just yet. Okay, did we get... Oh. Well, guys, that's it for Glizzy Prince. So, not going to get this account passed today. So we are going to go just strictly ES and YM here. Or ES and NQ. Rather. Yeah, Goose. That's a good idea. We are outside of expected range on all the indexes now. I'm kind of with you there. The play is now just quick scalps for me. I'm thinking the NQ comes down into the 17.9 area. Got that order at 18K still sitting there. Got an order at 17.8 sitting there, but not real big. Unfortunately, I don't see an entry for the short anymore. I had the entry up here around 100. Got wicked out of it. That's been happening to me a lot recently. As soon as I go to break even, I'll get one random spike and get wicked out of my trade. It's pretty frustrating, actually. No, Tenor, there won't be a glizzy print on any of the indexes anymore. We're outside of expected range on all the indexes, so you won't have a glizzy print. You can check it on some other tickers though. I know Albu looks at the currencies. I don't know how it looks on CL or any of the commodities yet either. I haven't looked at them. Yeah, Martin, I'm not gonna take an 18K bounce though. You know me, I don't like operating around those huge psych levels. There's too much chop generally around them. Well, Kev. That long is not looking great. Yeah. Hopefully are you just one micro? If you're a micro, it's not the end of the world. I do think you get a recovery at some point today. Like I said, this 17.9 area, I'll be watching there. 17.8. Are you on your personal, Kev? Morning, Rice. It's been a little while, brother. Chase, I'm looking at this 17,880 to 900 level. Below that would be 800 to 820. I'm not thinking that we get a whole lot below there today. I mean, we could, obviously. Anything's possible. But I would expect buyers to step up somewhere around here. Balance us out a little bit. Yeah, Kev, I mean... Yeah, Rice, Goose and I did a Globex stream last Wednesday if you want to check it out. It was a pretty long stream. A lot of good information on there. Yeah, Rice. Yeah, we talked about the Glizzy. We were on for like 3 hours. That was a long stream. We'll try and get something like that scheduled on a more frequent basis. It's really whenever Goose wants to do it. I mean, he's a busy guy these days. He's trying to get the indicator on all the other trading platforms currently. So, but we always have a good time when we hang out. I think Globex streams are actually going to be the way that I pivot, to tell you the truth. There seems to be more interest on my Globex streams than on the Globex side of things. I know the UK people and European people don't want to hear that. But if we're going to see channel growth, right now I'm competing with the big streamers, you know? Everybody's tuned into Trades by Matt or Rips or whoever, the other big streamers. So getting new viewers and growing the channel is going to be very difficult if I continue to just do RTH Opens streams. And at some point I have to make a business decision, you know? Either that or give up on it all in all. But we got to do something to attract more people to the channel. And Globex is where it's at. Hey, Nims. Nice. GG's, Nims. Nims gifting the subs out once again. Nims, you keep gifting subs yet you aren't a membership. You know, you aren't a member. Nims isn't a member himself and he keeps gifting these things. Wow, Mason, if you're still watching, we need to work on the notification little box thing. It says new subscribers still. We got to figure that thing out. Mr. Fox, I was short. I was short from 100 and got wicked out. Stopped out for like a $20 win before the dump. That's been happening to me a lot lately. It happened to me last night too. Mason's busy with his water. Oh, yeah, the expensive water. Yeah, he didn't know. I guess in the UK, if you want water, when they ask if you want water at the table, you have to ask for tap water. Otherwise, they bring you expensive bottled water. Five memberships equals one bottle of water. Yeah. Ethan, no, here in the U.S., that's not normal. If you ask for water, it's free. At least at the restaurants I've been to. And it's not even tap water, it's filtered water here. Like on the generally restaurants have, you know, they're either with Pepsi or Coca-Cola. And generally on their soda machines, there's a filtered water button that you get all the water from. Go to better restaurants then. No, I think it's even at the nice restaurants here. Am I wrong? Americans, even at the expensive nice restaurants here, it's the water's free, right? Like if you ask for a water, they don't charge you for it unless you ask specifically for the bottled water. Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah. Yeah, it's always just the filtered water off either the Coke or the Pepsi machine that you end up getting. Yeah, Mr. Fox, apparently that's the thing. I didn't know that was a thing. Kev, AM up. This looks like a whole lot of AM down to me. I don't see any AM up in any of this. I see no AM up. What? 120? And your minimum wage is 23? Wait, where are you at? You're in South Africa? Is that where you're at, Ethan? Wow, that's crazy. That's expensive water right there. So you're telling me you got to work like 6 hours in order to pay for that on minimum wage there? In order to pay for a bottle of water? That's crazy. That is crazy. Martin, the businesses have to pay water bills here too. There's just certain things that are fairly complimentary here at most restaurants. Water and generally bread are the two things that are complimentary. Oh, Kev, you're starting to sound like Annan. Yeah, imagine ordering water and getting a loan application with it. Let's actually see. I can tell you what the Annan play would be right now. So the anim play would be retest of 19,040 short. Otherwise, he would be looking at 820 to hold for a quote-unquote inverted short. Yeah, that's right, Rice. Yeah, so chips and salsa definitely is free. However, you want the good queso, you gotta pay for that. I think if you go to Chili's, it's like bottomless chips and salsa. You could just go in there and eat chips and salsa as long as you order something else. Where else is it? I want to say it's Olive Garden that does like endless soup and salad on a certain day, where you can just order as much soup and salad as you possibly can eat. Free cinnamon rolls, Nims. Where is this? Endless breadsticks. Oh yeah, I will say Olive Garden's breadsticks are quite addicting. They are addicting. Get yourself some of that Alfredo cream sauce. Dip the breadstick in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Their salad is too sweet at Olive Garden. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of sweet salads. What's your guys' favorite salad dressing? I'm pretty standard when it comes to my salad dressings. I like a good balsamic. Can't go wrong with ranch. Later, Phoenix. I don't do honey mustard. A lot of people order honey mustard and like French. Oh, Dave, you like honey mustard? Yeah, see, it's too sweet for me. What? Mason? What, are you eating rabbit food? No dressing on your salad? I agree, Rice. Caesar salads are good. Beer is a good dressing. I'm not a beer guy, Albu. I don't like the taste of beer. There isn't a beer out there that I'm like, yeah, this is great. Okay, Savvy, you're right. The ginger dressing that you get, like the yellowish ginger dressing that you get at Japanese or Asian restaurants is phenomenal. I will admit that. That's really good. Olive oil. Yeah, Ollie, I just don't like beer. I don't like the taste of it. Sorry to all you beer lovers out there. I'm not a huge fan of beer. Any beer. Plus, beer always just makes me feel like bloated and gross. No, not fruity cocktails, Martin. I'm a bourbon guy. Bourbon on the rocks. Yeah, yeah, Savvy. It just makes you feel gross. I don't know. I'm a bourbon guy. Bourbon, Scholerman. Well, I live in the bourbon capital of the world. I would say if you're just going like middle tier, Woodford Reserve has some good barrels. Angel's Envy is pretty good. Elijah Craig has some good. They have a toasted bourbon that's really, really good, I think. Great for old fashions. I'm not a huge fan of the Rise, so I don't like bullet bourbon. Morning, Khaled. I even think like on the cheaper side, like Old Forester is pretty good. It's like an 86 proof bourbon. I'm trying to think about some others that I've had that are really, really good. I'm not a huge fan of Wild Turkey. You like Maker's Mark? Yeah, Maker's Mark is savvy. The Maker's Mark distillery is right around the corner from my house. You can actually go there and dip your own bottle. You know how it has the red wax? You can go and dip your own bourbon there. Dip your bottles in that wax. Jim Beam is right down the road. Heaven Hill. They're all right around here within a half-hour drive. Yeah, Whistle Pig is good. Whistle Pig has some good stuff. I tried some stuff like 3 weeks ago that was called 1792. Wasn't a huge fan of it. It comes in a fancy bottle though. There's Wathins. Willet makes some good bourbons. Man, I should have just marketed in right there at 900. I was talking about it all morning and wasn't paying attention. We're sitting here talking about bourbons, and here I am. Martin, I don't mind. I don't mind Jameson. People don't like it. I don't mind Jameson. Jameson's not bad. But I haven't really tried any other Irish whiskeys. But I like Jameson. Burns as it goes down, but the flavor is good. Yeah, I never tried Bushmills. I've heard of it, but I've never tried it. I mean, pretty soon it's going to be a lot of mint juleps around here because of, well, the Kentucky Derby's in, 2 weeks? I want to say it's in 2 weeks. Maybe less than 2 weeks. Heart rate's at 67 beats per minute. I mean, are you still sitting in that trade, Kev? I mean, you're taking 160 points of drawdown at this point. When do you say I'm wrong? Okay, that's one thing I can't do is those energy drinks. I can't do Red Bull or Monster, even pre-workouts anymore. It has to be a non-stim for me. I don't like feeling like my skin is crawling or that I'm having a heart attack. All right, at this point, guys, what I'd like to see is a quick poke below 17,900. Like maybe come down here and test 880 and see if we can get the hold. Otherwise, we're probably coming down into 17,800. Yeah, Savvy. Like this is a lot of selling from the overnight till now. I'd like to see some sort of relief, you know, some sort of profit taking on from the shorts. So maybe a bounce back up towards 18K. Like maybe test these tops here. But I don't know where the entry is. I want to say the entry's below 17.9. It's hard to risk, you know, 20 plus points and trust that this is just going to hold. But you are starting to see some of that absorption. I don't really want to try the long from 920. That's a lot of wiggle room there to not willing to take risk 25 points on it. I think once we clear this 936 area, it should be pretty rapid back up into 970, 980. Is anybody in a trade right now? Well, aside from Kev, is anybody in a trade right now? Anybody catch that 100 short or 120 short earlier and still holding? Ethan, you're in a trade? Are you long? Are you short? Yeah, Savvy, I didn't. I got wicked out. $51.80 on ES. I don't know what. Oh, we're right at 5,200 on ES right now. Yeah, I'd like a little sweep lower still. I guess in Q. I ideally would like to see this 820 to 800 get traded. You know, for a better opportunity long. But I have a feeling that this 900 area tries to hold for a little bit and we see kind of like a slow grind back up before another leg down. I would prefer a rapid descent. But this is a lot of selling. I mean, the overnight and the morning session have all been fairly heavy. On the bright side, looks like my levels are good. I mean, I guess that's something positive. I'll be right back, guys. It's stormy here today. I don't know if you heard that thunder. Yeah, Albu, I like a little more downside at some point. It's just starting to feel like we're going to slow grind back up a little bit. Come back up and collect some more sellers. I don't know if I'm going to catch another trade on the live stream, unfortunately. This was a good trade up here. I just got wicked out of it. I would have been taken out on the Trump tweet anyway, this little pump up here, because I think I was short from like here. But I would have caught, what, 50 points? But that's what the market's been doing to me lately. I'm still making money. I'm just not catching the big trades over the last few weeks. Yeah, Savvy, that's a scary re-entry though with that kind of pump up. You know, the what is that? Almost 80 points in a minute. But I'm also not interested in the short side down here at all. Yeah, you're risking you're risking too much. This very easily could hold here at 900 and like I said, slow grind back up in for the next couple hours. Back up into 18K and then another leg down. Yeah, Rice, I'm with you. Like there's not an entry on either side here. Like Albu said, you're either in a trade or you're hands off. You're sitting on hands just waiting. Which unfortunately for me doesn't make for a very good live stream at this point. I had the trade up here, just got wicked out, went to break even too quickly. So the read was good, but the execution was poor. But that's okay. I'm positive on the day. I'm not negative. I'm not in all kinds of drawdown. In fact, I don't even think I took any heat on that position when I did get in. I think I was up, I don't know, $300 at one point when I moved my stop to break even. So I think I was up 15 points when I moved to break even, and that thing just wicked right back on me. Yeah, see, we're heading back up. Well, guys, I'm probably gonna call it there. I don't know that I'm gonna get the opportunity. I mean, I could have limited it in here at 900, which was what I was planning on doing, but then we went on that whole bourbon rant. And then the chop here right above 900 is keeping me out of any kind of trade. I mean, I'm seeing the market pretty well. My reads are good. I'm just not executing on it like I should. So maybe that's a sign I do need to probably call it for a little bit. Wait till we get some more decisive action. This is doing exactly what I thought it would. Back up into 18K, 980, 18K, somewhere in there. And then we'll see what happens from that point on. For you guys that are like like floor trader pivots or pivots. The move back up into 18,040 would make sense at this point for a retest for the next leg down. But it could be kind of slow grind back up into that area. Other than that, I would want to see it knife through here, but down into 800 for the long. 800 to 820. You do have a pivot sitting here right at 820. So this all lines up with a good long opportunity if price does get down there. But yeah, I'm going to call it for the morning stream. I'm not going to get involved here. I'm not going to get chopped up. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I will be back on Wednesday on the live stream. Hopefully with a new Glizzy funded account. Hopefully we can get this thing done. I'm not going to be able to catch one today. There's no real opportunities for any kind of glizzies. We're outside of expected range. Yeah, we're below the green bars, below the green lines, below the green lines. NQ is well below the green lines. So yeah, no opportunities for any kind of glizzy prints unless we get some crazy upside. So it will be small scalps for me the rest of the day. And that's it. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Reach out in Discord if you want to. If you have not signed up for the Glizzy Indicator yet, I would highly recommend doing so. It is really cheap. I think it's a $50 lifetime license for the thing, which one trade will pay for itself. There is a link in the description for that, also pinned on Discord. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I'll see you on Wednesday. Peace.